the positive things don't change, remain constant, and the negative things and those that are naturally meant to change are the ones that change, and we'll thus realize improvement. There's also a more useful word for what people desire. People desire improvement. People desire, put in another word, better. So change is one thing. Change is one thing. But better and improvement are additives to that concept that are also essential. And we have electoral change often, or relatively often, and we have seen another change in the Caribbean. A stalwart of Caribbean leadership has now moved from the position of leadership to opposition, from being dominant for quite some time, and that is in the form of Mr. Ralph Gonsalves. All right, you can see age, and obviously with that comes experience, etc. But his experience was not a match for the NDP in what was a spirited campaign and a decisive victory for them. Good morning, Kola. Welcome.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, man. Morning. Sorry. No. Just move away from the radio. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Better now.
Yeah, much better. Go ahead.
A little better now.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Morning. How you going? What's your vibe?
Good morning. I'm all right, man. And you? You good?
Yeah, man. I good. I hear you. As soon as I now step out the room and come back in, you're speaking about the topic of change.
Yeah.
Yeah. Change. Sometimes it's not the easiest. It's not the easiest concept, but as you always speak about, once we stay shrouded in principle, that's the guiding foundation. So we stand tall and we stand strong and we stand firm in honesty, integrity, and strength. Strength. Humility. When you're operating with humility, sometimes some situations might try to make it as a fine line and make you kind of regress in a small circle now. So I guess that might be the historic essence of the current stand your ground legislation, which was in public discussion for quite some time, even during the last administration. So, just calling to give a brief hello, a little blessings.
Yeah, man.
And
blessings
as usual, from me as a citizen, I stand firm in principles you would grow into, that's why you see like life is such a interesting journey. You see certain trees that are 100 years old, 200 years old, and that didn't happen overnight. So, knowledge, wisdom, and development, they really happen overnight, as you might know also as a wise person yourself. So keep giving us that inspiration to, remain and grow in principle and enjoy our blessed life. So blessings, man.
Yeah, man.
I listening.
Blessings to you. All right. So change is something that is constant, and we endeavor to change for the better, right? That has to be our mission. Good morning, KFC. Welcome.
humble Allah. Give thanks to life.
Yeah, man, blessings.
But
Yep.
changes are serious. If people doesn't like change, But say congratulations to Friday and the team. So the treehouse man, that is the day, 5-star general again, and about the 10-star general all over the world. You're coming to be politics, you're coming to minding we business, and about that you know the attack and how much treehouse you have, understand that people in this country waiting for years, house for donkey years, working at 30 something and 40 something years, you that up just on that get treehouse back to back just so. But congratulations to the PSA, a true fighter. I like that lady there, Well, the negotiation is done. Now it's time to check up and for people to move forward and get a little money in the bank. For are you in part of that?
No, but I am part of it because we all benefit when working class people get money. So I don't, and I'm happy for them as well.
When money and when popular money, the economy just float around on forward.
For sure.
Because we the spenders. So
yeah,
some will be happy and some will be sad, but the money is there. It's just time to check and get people get money and spend money and make everybody happy, the economy, everything. Was I look to and listening by Friday? Congratulations by Rav. Okay, we politics. Bless.
Blessed. You would be surprised how interconnected the Caribbean is. Obviously, so many of us from the diaspora, so many of us family intertwined throughout the islands as well. So, we are connected, and sometimes winds blow. Also, the economic impact of this society as well, the dissatisfaction throughout many places with what is taking place in terms of cost of living. People, the multitudes, reach a point where they have had enough, right? I've always heard senior politicians and figures say that in our experience politically, that we vote out parties, right? We vote out. Sometimes not so much that we vote in. Obviously, there are some people who vote in, but what you find taking place and the other islands would be very mindful of that as well, is that there's a vote out, right? People would have shared sentiments about after 25 years, we had enough. We want to see something different, and when ideas permeate and sit in the minds of the masses as well, they often act on it, and there's very little you can tell an individual who has made up their mind in a certain way. And life and your personal experience in terms of your quality of life dictates the way that you act, dictates the way that you choose, particularly in politics. So we see this continued phenomenon, and it's not a small margin. It was a comprehensive victory for the NDP. But we want and we look forward to development, right? Beyond the noise that the opposition may make. For example, in our context in Trinidad and Tobago, people want to see their lives improve. They want to see communication. They want to have that interaction with government that is positive. Good morning, blessings.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Ford. Mr. Ford, I think you touched a very good point this morning with respect to, you see, what people really want, when people put government in place, people want to see improvement in the standard of living, quality of life. You don't vote people because as I said, phenotype and all that kind of thing, and we in a party and we there for 25. You want to see people, you want to see progress, you want to see development. And if you can't see that, now I don't know too much about St. but I know for a fact that Barbados and Antigua, they both have a 4.6% or 4.7% increase in the GDP for this year. Prior to Melissa in Jamaica economy was growing by leaps and bounds, and there are some countries in the CARICOM remain stagnant. They are standstill. They're not going. They're not helping. And what the challenging thing now is that people cannot migrate, because when people get frustrated, they can't see any improvement in their life. Usually, what they did in the 60s, 50s, 60s, and all that kind of thing, 70s, 80s, they migrated. They go to the United States. They go to Canada. They go to England and all these other countries.
Yeah.
But now they're restricted.
The doors are closed.
Yes. And therefore, the reality is that you have to do something to get out of that bag that they had you tie up in.
Yeah.
You have to get out of it. And all you boast about man being the longest servant, but what has he done?
Yeah.
What has he done to improve the lives of the people? I can't speak for them. I won't attempt to speak for them. They say, who in the kitchen feel the heat? And they have to speak for themselves, and they have spoken. They say, we want improvement, we want change, we want betterment. And the question about people getting themselves involved in the politics of the various islands in the Caribbean is a dangerous thing. And not just he accusing what these modern those trio were good for. They used in the politics something called projection. They always accuse other persons of what they intend to do or what they're doing. That is the projection. So if in fact they have people coming from Barbados, because I listened to the voice of Barbados, and most Bajans were in fact upset with people from the Barbados Labour Party going to St. Vincent to campaign for that gentleman. Mm-hmm. Right? And then what happened now is that they turn it on Trinidad and people from the UNC going up there. So a sort of distraction. Yeah. Right? So I am saying that it was up to the people of these islands to determine whether in fact the life that they live and the life that their children are likely to inherit, whether it is in their interest, or whether in fact they like it or they want it. And they did what they had to do, and other countries must follow. Trinidad did the same thing. We didn't like what was going on, and most of the people, you had those who believe that they must remain right where they are. Some people believe in change, in improving their lives, and you have some people who don't business with that.
Yeah.
They don't want no change. They don't want to improve their life. They want one way. They come out of the struggle, that culture of poverty, and they believe that the children and their grandchildren and whatnot must continue in that vein, that culture, that cycle of poverty, that kind of thing. Squalor. All you live in that, we live in that. As a fellow told me a time, I saw him by a standpipe. He said, I grew up and I saw my grandfather carrying water. In fact, he used the word toting water. And so it's no big thing. He don't care about that. Some other person told me, she said, the life hard, but it's sweet. That is the mentality.
Yeah,
and you have to get away from that.
But what also exists, Mr. West, is sometimes the lack of confidence in the alternative as well. Because people feel people are tired, very tired and fed up of what exists. But they may not have the belief that true change will come. Some, of course, our politicians' greatest tool is promises, but some people may not have that confidence. And I've met people like that across the length and breadth of not just Trinidad, There are people who check out of the system totally and don't even believe that the improvement is possible from what exists. So
yes, I agree. I agree with you 100%. But sometimes we have to understand how sometimes people are very gullible.
Yeah.
People are naive. And sometimes people influence their mind as to believe, to harbor such belief. But some is real. Some people analyze the thing well and they say, look, I don't think that, because there are some people posing as political leaders and having political parties, but as I said some time ago, if you put them in charge from 6 in the morning, by 6 in the evening, the whole place mash up.
Yeah.
And that's the reality.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that people, you know, yes, people will be skeptical. People, you know, and as everybody, you don't know. But the fact remains is that people must understand that you need guardrails, you need people, you need institutions, you need the people to maintain checks and balance on those people in power. And if you exercise that, you should have very little, because if you don't perform, I get rid of you.
Yeah, we take the break and we'll be back, Mr. West, right? We'll be back after the
thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. So let's just go to the
message. Hosea chapter 4 says, hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of God in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood toucheth blood. Remember, every Sunday from 7:05 a.m. to 8:55 a.m. for the program God's Last Warning Message with Gospel in the Bones Ministry, right here on the street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we.
San Juan and environs, Fitzal Supermarket invites you to a grand Parang Lime, Corner Real Street and Santa Cruz Old Road, San Juan, featuring G Sharp and Friends on Friday, 28 November from 6:30 p.m. Bring your cooler and come. Enjoy sweet Parang music from G Sharp and Friends. Lots of prizes to be won. Best dancer, best dressed, and more. So come on out in your numbers and have a fun time. Don't miss it.
Are you searching for answers to life's questions? Those things that disturb and concern you the most? Why all the wickedness? Why the suffering in the world? Will it end? Who is responsible? Well, if so, join us right here on The Street 91.9 FM every Sunday from 5 to 6 p.m. with Brother Samuel Gooding and Roland White, where we open the Bible and find answers to all these things and more. For it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God.
Playway Parang Payday is the order to win more money for your dollar.
The Playway Parang Payday Draw is the way to win more money for Christmas. If a white ball calls, it's removed from the machine. And when the Parang ball calls, you win 28-1 on the base. Plus bigger mega mix payouts. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Bigger payouts with Playway.
Hey Richard, you know I have been saving every month so that I could set up a fund for the grandkids. But I would really like a place where the money is actually making dollars and cents to me.
Boy, TBLA has a proven track record of high returns. I actually trust them with my family's future. My father saved there, and now I save in there. My future is secure. Invest where you and your family's money would be safe.
I want quality and security.
Visit TBLA and find out which investment is right for you. For more info, visit tblamortgages.com. TBLA, a secure home to invest.
Everybody dreaming of that next winning step. From running a food truck, serving meals on the go, to a whole food chain where your brand start to grow. From staycation, long weekend, same beach, same view, to global destination, first class, brand new. A personal trainer, counting reps on the floor, to be at Jimona, your name on the door. From giving a little heart in the right spot, to donating hundreds to help a whole lot. When you play Lotto Plus, your dreams expanding. Take it to the next level when you start playing. Remember, winners always play Lotto Plus.
Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly. The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
Calling all fishermen, farmers, agro-processors, manufacturers, caterers, and food entrepreneurs in Tobago. If your business depends on movement, transport, or deliveries, then the Driving Force Loan Promotion Grand Launch is exactly where you need to be. This Thursday, 27th November, Market Square, Scarborough, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get a transport vehicle suitable for your business. Talk to insurance experts on site. Get same-day pre-approval. Learn your financing options. This is a program by the Business Development Unit, Division of Finance, Trade, and the Economy.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suglal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from Kings Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Merry Christmas.
Starting November 1st, we kick off the Parang and Christmas season right here. Ready to hear your song? Email us your request at street919music@gmail.com with your contact number, and you will get to shout out your music on the air.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. This Christmas is freeness for So with Flow. Get the gift of free installation with the Link Up or Link Up Plus internet plan. Or go big with the Link Up More plan and take home a $500 grocery voucher. Offer ends December the 31st, valid for new customers only. Sign up at the Flow Milford Bay Plaza store today. Connect your home this season with the Flow Link Up or Link Up Plus plan and get free installation. Or go big with the Link Up More plan and take home a $500 grocery voucher. Alright, so take advantage of the opportunity there. Internet is like a new necessity, communication, and there are very few people who use telecommunications so much. Most people over the internet. Most people. Build It Loan, calling all business professionals, calling the self-employed. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's Choice, is here to help you expand your empire. It's our 75th anniversary and we are introducing the Build It Loan. Get financing up to a maximum of $2,500,000. Use it for construction or the purchase of an income-generating property. We offer a very competitive interest rate and more time to pay. Build your future today. Apply today. Call 639-8375 or visit mpcutobago.com. Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Building wealth, building futures, building you. So, before the break, we were just touching on the topic of change. Of course, I had to play my friend Helen Francis's tremendous song Change, that might do us well to revisit as he tries to put forward to us an understanding of what true change is, because we can have from one thing to the next and not truly achieve what we want to out of that change. And frustration comes for the human being if you have huge expectations, but it is good to have an understanding of reality. It is good to temper your expectations as well, but live with hope. And what you find as well, even with the event of change, it stimulates thought. It corrects some of that which was transpiring before. And it signals to those who are wise enough to listen that people are not pleased. Right? That's one of the most important lessons. And I find it amazing that actors and individuals would hear a people resoundingly speak through whatever electoral process, etc., and not listen. I find leaders can be extremely tone deaf sometimes. So it would do well for them to listen. And an example of those who are set in their ways and cannot change was demonstrated yesterday, close to the end of the program. I hope he calls in a little bit earlier. That attitude of badgering, bullying, whatever, somebody to your perceived perspective, it's not, it doesn't work. People don't like it. It's not palatable, right? So if you are to try to influence someone one way or the next, then dialogue, discuss with a certain level of respect and tact. Otherwise, you're wasting your time, you're hurting the ears of my listeners as well, and really not achieving what you might think you want to achieve as well. For a matter of fact, it becomes somewhat distasteful and people turn off. And I always say that you have to be careful with those who support you or those who say they speak on your behalf as well, because they have the capacity to turn people off, to make you just, say you don't want to hear anymore. Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Yeah, let's say good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Let me say good morning to the region and good morning to the international listeners. And it's sure that the people today are very, very educated and they know what's going on. As I follow the opposition in Guyana and see he make a change. I say changes here and changes here to stay. Because no one never know Pont-Fortin, Labber, when I leave the PNM after 20 years. No one would not know. No one would not know. And if this government today doubting it, that the people ready for a change, well, let them govern the way anyhow, and they will pay the highest price in the political poll. Because I would go on there in St. Vincent. Because 20 years you reign in. You just get 2 seats or 3 seats or 4 seats. You get one. How are you going to fight? You can't fight there. That one should resign and say, we're going on one party, one Friday. Take that seat there. Because it makes no sense. The people are educated. The people know what's going on. And that is why I say that don't go after the social media. When the mainstream media call all your phone, answer all your phone, and answer the question. So the media will put the report out there. If they're calling all your phone to ask questions about American ship and all these ships out there, and nobody is answering, what do you expect people who using social media to do? This is the real media. This is where we sit, because we would have to wait this morning to know Rad Gonzalez lost. Thank God for social media. We know by the second the results come out that Rad Gonzalez lost. It was from Guyana, because I was in some Guyana page last night, and people in Guyana speaking about it. People in Barbados speaking about it last night itself because of social media. Social media. If you do not want to answer the public and face the public, when social media go and say what they want, you have no problem with that, because you are hiding from the public. So don't blame social media. Don't go after social media. If you have nothing to hide, if you know that you're running your ministry properly, your country properly, when the mainstream media, when some bloggers who, to me, it have plenty bloggers who qualify and being a more professional journalist than the ones of them who on the mainstream media and the legacy media. They're both on legacy and mainstream media as one. But the problem that the public have, because remember this, we have AI, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Google. These things is what's working for us, the young people. And the young people are more educated than our parents in 1962. We're not blind to say with UNC until we dead. We're not blind to say with PNM until we dead. We're not blind to say with Rob Gonzalez until we dead. We have our education in our hands, our fingertip. So when the politicians feel they can lie, because I do not know. This morning I get up on my phone, I hear Fadi saying that he in support no American planes, and he didn't know about it. The opposition leader in Tobago joining with Fadi, saying Fadi and them unite to go after this central government, because they do not want that over there. When they asked the Prime Minister questions yesterday, today the next question. That is why they hate social media. I do not know. I do not know, because if I ask that question today and I come tomorrow and give my next question, and we have a Homeland Security. He answer his answer is like Gibbage is speaking. Anytime I ask him a question, if he cannot speak Gibbage, they can't understand him. His words is break up. His words is more words than how I just speak. I could carry on our sentence. He cannot carry on sentence. It's break up. So what you leave people to say and think out there about you when you're doing this kind of nonsense? And they keep telling me that, oh, I want to go after social media. I understand that libel and scandal, yes. That people make allegations out here about personal things. We could deal with that. It has to be people that go and lie and think. It has to lie naturally by even using social media. I understand that.
Yeah.
But going after personal people who carry the news, bloggers who bring it out there because they're not, because it's not bloggers who favoriting governments around the world, and they're lying the same way. But your party in power, so we not interfere with them. As I close, I tell this country, stand up before it's too late. Stand up for country, not for party politics. It's party politics have us divided. It's party politics have us poor. It's party politics have the crime rate high. It's party politics have us in a state that we do not know where we're going and where we're coming. We need to unite as a people.
Yeah.
Because look at it. What takes place there? We have service members walking, serving, protecting the capital of the United States of America. A madman, an alien who have no privilege to come in, because it is a privilege to come in my country, Trinidad and Tobago, to enjoy. Because I hear Venezuela went on live and said that she could buy her bread with $20. She could buy her bread and her juice and eat. She say in Venezuela they can't do that. So it is a privilege to come to Trinidad and Tobago with $20 and buy her bread. So I support it. It is a privilege to go to America and say, wow, all these big buildings, wow. It is a privilege. I want to thank you very much. It is a privilege.
Yeah, all right. You know, sometimes I agree with you, and then sometimes you just lost me. Sometimes, especially when you're going to that one. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Aye, all right, man. Not too bad. Welcome.
Blessings, man. As usual, beautiful program, Mr. Fuad. I just have a little, not really a problem, but I just want to understand why it is the Pancho and Pego have not received any funding as yet, seeing that Panorama is just around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
No, Panorama was launched, I think was late last month, if I can remember. And the president of Bago said that until that time to now, she haven't received any money at all from the government. Now they went ahead and launched with whatever funds that they had, but they didn't receive anything from the government. And then you also seen yesterday that two I think is petroleum, oh God, I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Heritage.
But it's a government institution. Yeah. They pulled sponsorship from two bands.
Yeah, from
and you know, it are some bands out there, Mr. Ford, that really trying, because you know, steel band in the community, Mr. Ford, they're in the community, and there's a community based, a lot of people in the community comes out, and it really unites people, especially the young people. And even bands that has no sponsors, the government would have given some kind of subvention to support them, right? But apparently, you're not seeing any money being handed out to the steel band at all. And recently we celebrated Pan being the national instrument at Trinidad and Tobago. And I think at this late stage, if I should say so, you're not seeing the government, they're not seeing anything concerning the Pan, they're not Pan John Bago have received anything. As you wink, Mr. Ford, the judging will start in the Panyard, which is the preliminaries will start in the Panyard. And no money at all has been given. So it's just a concern that I have. And I hope that the government will come fast, soon, and help out the steel pan facility. Mr. Ford, I just wanted to educate me on one thing though. The satellite that Grenada seemed to reject from America, they're now saying that America is now looking to put it in Tobago. Could you tell me what is the purpose of this satellite? What's the purpose of it and so on? Have a good weekend, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, you as well. Well, I now I opened the Guardian because it's not in the Express, and I'm seeing something of an article concerning it, so I'll go through it now. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Blessed.
Yeah, man. Blessings.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, wa alaikum salam, man. Peace be unto you and all the listeners. Go ahead.
Love and respect every time. Well, you have to decide how the thing going with this illusion in our system.
Yeah.
You must know.
The system.
It have talk, you talk and talk, you can talk.
Yeah.
Red tip and white tip and black tip. So this noise pollution, these people cramping up and denying the quality of some laws. This, you know, they call for change and they get change, right? But there is penny, 3 cents, 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
So we're starting to see the system running red in the ground. And so much crisis on the ocean. But all bolivars is not dollars, right? So we got to be conscious of our neighbors and our wider brethren up the Caribbean. So love, stay with him. You stay home with them, you know, God bless.
Yeah, man. Blessings. And that's why I played change as well, because we have to understand what change we really want and what it is our end goal, how we want to improve our society that we live in, the morals, the values that we want to underpin our society, what system we run in. What is the system that we are operating on? What is our operating system? Is it greed? Is it the continual pursuit of more for me alone? And everybody within a society heading towards me getting as much as I can for myself. We have to understand the system. We have to understand the choices that are given to us. We are allowed to choose, you know. But choose what? Choose out of what is handed to us. And if we choose something that diametrically opposed to that system in this region. Pressure. Maurice Bishop. So let us understand what we are about. Yes, we move from one place. I've said it before. We move from one place, and we needed to move from that place. Bad, desperate. But where, how do we move and keep moving forward? One bring in, I watching the campaign in St. Vincent, one bring Massacre, and who else they bring? Asian, I think. The next one bring Shensi, and the same system running. What we running? What we looking towards? Money. Money making things happen. Money making things happen. Campaign, colors, influencers, social media, whatever, create consensus. But consensus to also to take us where are we really fundamentally shaking our society? Are our curriculums being changed? Okay, we beautiful laptops distributed is our curriculum, so that when we study in school, being changed so that our children become more empowered, more educated in a holistic sense, not able to pursue money alone. Let us really analyze. Let us analyze this thing properly. And I see a few people on the lines. Go ahead quickly.
Hey, morning, brother Fuad. Thanks for taking my call a lot. A lot of what you're saying is correct. Yeah? I'm listening to one or two of the callers. You might know from media and communications, is sometimes indirect form, the tone of voice, and then most of the relationship. You see, one of the principles I would have learned, just through being, I guess, me and the people I was surrounded in, upbringing, your school, etc. You see, like how you have knowledge and you have principles. That didn't just come easy as and you could use anyone else. You would have invested to read, to learn, might not make the point you want to immediately, but yeah, that's the thing. And a lot of persons, they just want things. They don't want to put in the work. Honest work, they achieve development inside and acquire things. So what they might do is they might want to align themselves easily with whoever they think have a certain, characteristics. But that can support a system, evidently, like what we're seeing. So if I really care about another person, I wouldn't lean on them. What you bring into the table, character-wise. And then now a lot of people want to turn around and complain. You can't complain. What you should do is work on yourself and develop yourself. And that is my contribution.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. So we just take the parang break, right? So a few of the callers, sorry I didn't take you all. I know you all are a little longer winded, and we had the break, right? So right after the break, we'll take some more calls.
Some royal wings, a family meal, a few combos, some extra delicious coleslaw, crinkle-cut fries, potato salad, and a snack box for yourself. Oh, and don't forget that delicious honey mustard sauce. It's really lashing. Okay, Rudolph, let's get that delicious local Trini flavor. Royal Castle, here we come. Royal dime. So if you're hustling and bustling like me, or if you just want some great tasting food, pick up the Royal Castle family meal. Happy holidays from Royal Castle. Ho, 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 ho.
That was your Parang hit of the day, powered by the unbeatable taste of Royal Castle.
Beautiful parang as well. Trinidad and Tobago has exceptional music, I must say. And every day these selections, I think, okay, well, they go run out of real bad parangs at some point and somehow, because the catalog is so lengthy. Good morning, Prezi. I didn't want to take the call before the Royal Castle break. Go ahead.
All right, I hear you. Good morning, Imam Fuad Abubakar. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, God. And the day looking nice, man. I ain't expecting the rain for the last 2 years we didn't get it. But anyway, it's looking good. And I'm calling all the time, but I realize that, it has sometimes others like, I ain't getting, others miss or somebody getting before me. The frequency is busy. So, but again here now, and I was realizing before that advertisement, and, well, I took him fast again, so I ain't getting kicked out again. And, well, I see God come out and put on a little conversation of change. Or listen from beginning.
Yeah.
And I hear you use Leon Francis song. Change. And it's happening in the whole Caribbean. It's happening internationally, really, I hear most of my callers and them call the name that causing a great amount of emphasis of change in the whole international world, because it's happening through Russia, it's happening through China, it's happening. Africa is the main point of it, because we're going down at Ibrahim Traore. See, Ibrahim Traore putting a lot of consciousness in the society. He opposed Trump. He opposed Trump in the big international thing they have, the talks they have, and let him understand how Trump thinks about Africa. You have it wrong. Africa is so, and let him know. And plenty of us heard it. Plenty of the Caribbean people heard it. And all to what Ibrahim Traore doing, recognizing that he making colonialism, he making people see colonialism for what it is. Take up your own circumstances, take up, change that attitude of that slave mentality they set on we for 400-500 years, because it's climbing. Right? So, really and truly, what I hear this morning, and I appreciate hearing what going on in this and so forth, in recognizing, look at the mass difference of the vote. So, look at the mass difference of the vote in Trinidad and Tobago, in the Caribbean of all, how the change is happening. So, in the analysis of what I'm seeing, there is a spirit working in the minds of plenty, making the change. So, I like how you bring the word change and bring the consciousness of change, and let us see. But I will totally attribute that to the spirit of Ibrahim Traore. So we must understand and observe that he's taking up his own pattern of having his own security, like we want to bring in other security. He ain't want to come and help in those security again, because he realized that that is an infiltration in his country. And that when they come in to say they're helping you to do something nice, it's the same thing they do in Africa. Come and help me to do something nice, and while they come and help me to do something nice according to people, they bring the Bible, and when they bring the Bible and they leave with the land. And is that we're doing, and that's why Ibrahim breaks it, and is that plenty we have to come. I know we really lock in Caribbean affairs under what we call the American attitude of pulling down this place under the Monroe Doctrine. But we have to come out of that. We really have to come out of that, because if you understand the Monroe Doctrine, and it's international, because they're playing world police with the same Monroe Doctrine. So if we understand that, we realize where the change coming from. And I will keep on using the word change in the conversation, because that is what you put up this morning as a subject matter. And we must make it out. I didn't sure do a well good He pull in Russia, he pull in China, he have people up on the corner up there watching the situation, even with the African Bank, he dealing with the Pan African, and he rolling. And if we could recognize that, we recognize where the change coming from. And I think they talk about change, and I will leave it there. With the best of the analysis that I put down, and let me keep up watching Ivory and Africa as it is. We'll watch our government and see how we government handling the thing. They're going down halfway, kind of nice, so nice. But we give them the chance. We made change.
Yeah.
We watching the change. Miss Kamala, Prime Minister Miss Kamala, according to Kingsley, we watching you know, because we want the place to get nice. We want it to be unified. We want it to be organized. We want to associate in the reality of us being united. So we watching here and there. So do the best you could do for me, and we will love you. Wherever the PNM do it, they may come back, they may not come back. Right now we are here, all the talking nobody. We put them out for a reason, and we watch it to see what's going on if we put them out for the right reason. But they always ready to do just like why with him showing we that we had to do. Move away colonialism, move with these oppressors and them. And it's out of we black people who are pressing, move them out. So we're going with what we're going with. And I'm saying thank you with that. And leave that until Monday, please God. I feel I can't come in again, but until Monday, please
Yeah,
God.
man.
Everyone.
All right, bless it.
Right.
Yeah, the element of these parties of leadership that move towards real freedom for their people, that move towards the improvement of the conditions of the people, but yes, we're talking physical improvement of our people. But we have to also understand the manipulation of this material world, and that the people who control the money flows, especially in the Western Hemisphere, are people who are aligned and in line with evil. They are aligned and in line with evil. They are in line and aligned with exploitation. That's why consistently they can't help themselves. Even if they release a little ease on the people, they take it back soon after because they want accumulation and deprivation. So we must be careful, and we must drive our leaders, whoever they be, to align on the right side, to do what is correct and what is right. Morally, spiritually, and otherwise. We have to be extremely careful. We have to look back at history. We could imagine that one of our most prominent leaders, Buzz Butler, was imprisoned during the period of World War II. Was imprisoned because of the challenge and the fear that he may have posed to the British Empire, because Trinidad was strategically important with our oil resources. We could imagine that after being one of the first to produce oil, to refine, to fuel the British Empire, to fuel the American Empire thereafter, we would end up in a place where Trinidad and Tobago is struggling for money, struggling for foreign exchange reserves, struggling. Because it gone, it's been exploited, it's been taken. And to challenge that, yeah, we have a highway named after Mr. Butler, but how much of that is really imparted and taught to our children so that they understand, so that they can demand more and resist? and have that element of self-belief and that element of strength in self, so that we know we are people. To hell was with your visa. What privilege to go and see what buildings wherever. Buildings that our brothers and sisters from Africa build there as well. Just some of us dropped off here, some dropped off further up in the new world that wasn't new. New for them to exploit. And still all of the slave labor, all of the labor that builds these places are the hands of the third world. I see something about the stopping third world immigration. Are the hands of who they call, who they deprive, who they interfere in their countries and cause war and strife. And more progressive people still welcome you. Please come to Canada and pick apples and be part of a productive effort. Come on. Are we moving forward? We have to move forward. To educate, to uplift, to strengthen. Are we content? Are we content to serve others? We have to understand this change and this progress that we want. It is tremendous for working class people to get more money. Now, how do we utilize this money? Is it to empower and carry our entire society forward? To help the poor, to provide for our families, to lift the society forward, to reinvest in innovation and strength in agriculture and whatever, so all of our people are fed, the poor, the indigent? Or is it for us to just consume from others and import more and more and more? Is it to just take care of us alone, me? Is it to indulge in what is wrong, what is morally reprehensible? Let us think, let us move a little bit beyond. It can't be to mark time. It can't be 1 foot forward, 2 steps back. That is not even marking time. That is regression. Let us think about it. What on the laptops? Tremendous, the laptops. What's on the laptops is essential. What we have in them searching. What do they put into search? What are they looking for? What reaches their minds and their eyes to open up? What spiritual and moral direction are we setting in this society? Are we all cowards, just cower into a system for comfort? Life is just about comfort for us? I don't know. So wherever the devil and evil carves a path laid in gold, we follow to our peril. At the end of that road, a short road, is peril. Along the way, you have to stab your brother in his back. You have to spit on the poor. To what? To some golden aim of riches. this deception. It's deception. We have to know what we are about. And I'm sad to say, many of us, we lost. I'm sad to say, many of us, we lost. There's no substance to it. There is no substance to it. My Muslim brothers and sisters, for example, as well, just confused in the play and the aggrandizement and the entertainment and the whatever and whatever. When there's an injustice taking place, when we taking part in the injustice in itself, we exploiting, we taking advantage, we discriminating, we perpetuating inequality, we not giving what we are supposed to give. We want power, and the price to power from the devil, what is not real power, the price to power is to bend and capitulate to what is wrong. We need to be careful. We need to be very, very careful, Trinidad and Tobago. So we look on, we look on carefully. And we made the right step in whatever little way that we think we can. But we must pay attention to the system. We must pay attention to this system that we are being squeezed under. And it does not allow us to realize the truth of ourselves as human beings. It does not allow love to rise out of us, to build something real. Good morning, Chris. Morning, brother.
Hey, morning, brother. I come in kind of late, but I just called to say I'm happy to see that the PSA will have received the 10%.
Yeah.
And they get the how they're receiving it. I'm still wrestling to understand how PNM trying to justify the narrative that they're coming with. When somebody PNM out saying they offer them 9%, then 9 is not too far from 10, so you're demonizing the government for offering 10, you're asking them where they're getting the money, you're telling people how they're guaranteed to go by the IMF. So just for 1% extra, it's a good thing that that person had the eyes open and was paying attention, because I didn't hear anybody ask where the money was coming from when the SRC gave that report to the Prime Minister and he gracefully accepted it. Right? I didn't hear anybody asking where that money coming from to pay them the back pay and the increase. Right? But I'm very happy to see that the government would have kept the word and made the offer. The only people who have to study where the money coming from is the people who have to pay the money. That is not no concern of the people who have to receive the money, as I say, because when it's time for other people who are already being handsomely paid to receive what they had to receive, nobody asks where the money coming from.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, the challenge at $3.6 billion will be met. If they had a borrow to pay, they have borrowed they have borrowed and compromised our future in the past, the last administration, to do a whole set of nonsense. So
that has no bearing on the people who have to receive. Wherever you have to get the money, is them have to find it. Don't ask people who have to receive the money where they feel they're getting the money from. They have to find it. Just like how they were able to find the money for Dr. Rowley and the rest of other people who enjoy that increase this SRC offered, and just like how our money is being wasted on so many projects that just sit down collecting dust after money spent. Yeah, the people who have to find the money, I want to believe that they know exactly where they would find it. But for the people who receive any money, don't let people mama guy all their on top of their head about where the money coming from. They will find it by the hook or by the crook, right? I love to listen, but I was really glad to see that.
Yeah.
You know.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, right, we do have to pay for it eventually, right? Whatever we put in terms of finance into the society, we have to put it back. It has to come from somewhere, right? But it is better to take it and give it to the people than give it to the few. Good morning, caller.
Peace be upon you, Brother Fuad.
Hey, blessings.
Yes, Brother Fuad. We have to understand, though, this fellow Satan take Jesus up on a big mountain and offer him dominion over the kingdoms of the earth, you know.
Yeah.
That was no joke of her. Maybe offering him dominion, well, we don't know who running things, not really in the right spiritual frame of mind.
Yeah. Well, the deception, who running the fraud, them ain't really running things, you know. The devil running the fraud, but he ain't really running it.
Right.
He pretending, he getting you a fake, a fugazi, a fozy,
but he just have allowance right now for this time. You know?
Yeah.
It was watching all the work going on, but everything you do, you have to pay for eventually. Yeah. And I hear a commentator say, well, you know, they say in the end, Africa will rise. Well, we see Africa rise. So we have to start reading the signs, you know. Yeah, the book of signs. It's a good book to read, the book of signs.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, brother.
All right,
well, I hope you have a blessed day.
You too. Yeah. And we see it. We have to pay attention. They say, God is eventually, if you stay strong and principled, He will eventually empower you to the stage that you can lift the people forward in His direction. But before that, there is the offer. There is the offer of look this and look that. I will give you the king. You'll be king. You can be the king. So many people have chosen to be king of chaos, king of deprivation, king of immorality, the king of going in the wrong direction. So many people have chosen to sell their soul to gain the world, the things of the world, the shiny stuff. The perceived notion of power, which is born out of a lack of understanding of life. Nobody do have no power. Step easy. As polished as your shoes may be and as dripped as your suit you think it is. It's just a costume on something that is continually deteriorating and heading back to dirt. Just fooling, deluding ourselves as human beings and being deceived. And forgetting the purpose to serve others, to help others. So let us get it together. It's a struggle, you know. Life and this battle, this real spiritual battle, is a struggle. It's a struggle. But if we allow ourselves to get caught up in the mundane, the cheese, they will have us like rats. So we continue to step forward. Open your mind. Think, pray. Beyond just what exists in front of us. All right? We look forward to a blessed Friday. Share a smile, share a laugh, and whatever else you may have with somebody else. Share this Friday and instill that spirit of love that really we want to re-establish as part of what Trinidad and Tobago is. All right, blessings. I apologize to the many people who were trying to get in and some didn't. And we'll be back, God willing, next week. All right, have a wonderful Friday. Take care.
1 p.m. and on Friday evenings from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All all-night prayer live on the Street 919 FM, designed with you in mind. This program deals with today's issues from a biblical perspective, and you will also be given the opportunity to call in and interact with us. Micah 6:8 says, "He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justly, to love, have mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Your financial support through the First Citizens Bank would be greatly appreciated.